Welcome back. In this third video in our series, we start to look at the DNA-ready infrastructure and the Catalyst 9000 family of switches, which is our focus here. Well, this family of switches' real power comes from both the software and the hardware architecture as they operate with the feature-rich modular Cisco IOS XE, and also Cisco's homegrown programmable ASIC, the Unified Access Data Plane, or UADP. This means they're ready for anything. For mobility, along with multi-gigabit support and simplified guest and mobility tunneling, they can even offer wireless LAN controller options too. Ready for IoT, you have universal power over Ethernet or PoE support, including the latest 802.3bt standard. And they're ready for cloud, taking advantage of a shared DevOps toolkit for open programmability, analytics and telemetry. Okay, so let's take a closer look at these turbocharged capabilities and consider some of the many upgrade options. The Cisco Catalyst 9200 series is the definitive access layer switch and offers up to 160 gigabits per second per stack. When compared to the 2960X series, the 9200 series offers a more robust, highly available infrastructure, allowing for 1+1 redundancy during failover and better management capabilities for separation of management and data traffic. The 9300 series offers up to 480 gigabits per second per stack. Optionally, host the Catalyst 9800 wireless LAN controller, and you would position this as an upgrade from the Catalyst 3650 or 3850 series. For example, the 9300 series offers advanced end-to-end security to handle threats across the attack continuum, before, during and after attacks, and with Cisco SD Access, you can automate policy and provide complete visibility into both wired and wireless access networks. To the modular chassis-based switch, the 9400 series, positioned for both access and aggregation. This offers 480 gigabits per second per slot and up to 9 terabits per second per chassis, giving better scale and performance versatility. It offers up to 90 watts of PoE, along with advanced Layer 2 and Layer 3 functionality, with open programmable interfaces when compared with the legacy 4500E or 6500 series switches. The 9500 series is Cisco's leading fixed-core switch series for the enterprise, offering up to 6.4 terabits per second per stack, compared to 800 gigs on the Catalyst 4500X. And finally, the modular 9600 series is a 6-slot switch designed for the core. It offers state-of-the-art high availability with N+1 power and fan redundancy, and 1+1 supervisor redundancy, and with a performance the core demands of 6.4 terabits per second per slot for up to 25.6 terabytes per chassis. Well, there's a few details for you. If you want more specifics on this Catalyst 9000 series, along with a comparison with the other Catalyst, Meraki or Nexus switch families, I highly recommend you check out the Cisco Switch Selector tool. This tool also helps you to lead with or better position the right switch to meet the specific needs of your customer. Don't know where to find it? Hey, just Google it. It's on cisco.com. Now, let's briefly look at DNA licensing. Rather than the multiple, perhaps sometimes confusing licensing options, the Catalyst 9000 switches are offered with 3 subscription options: DNA Premier, Advantage, and Essentials, over 3, 5 or 7 years. All tiers come with Cisco software support. With the Essentials licensing, you get full NetFlow, basic programmability, automation and monitoring. However, these switches have been packed with a host of new features provided in the DNA Advantage package that provide greater security, automation and insight. This includes DNA Center, SD Access and advanced security and analytics capabilities such as Encrypted Traffic Analytics or ETA. With DNA Premier, you get DNA Advantage, but adds in ISE and StealthWatch. You can make this DNA software licensing even more straightforward with an enterprise agreement or EA. You know, I'd recommend you always lead with an EA if at all possible. So, back to the switches themselves. The Catalyst 9000 series has been designed to be a critical part of an end-to-end integrated security solution, one that detects and stops threats dead in their tracks. With access to Cisco's best-in-class security portfolio backed by Talos, trustworthy systems, MACsec encryption and segmentation, these switches provide advanced security features that protect the integrity of the hardware as well as the software and all data that flows through the switch and across the network. macro and micro segmentation, advanced endpoint profiling, advanced encryption and security sensor capabilities give these switches the ability to act as the first level of defense. Another unique feature is encrypted traffic analytics, which looks wide and deep using netflow data from the switches, learning to spot anomalies that could signal an incoming threat even in encrypted flows, such as HTTPS. It doesn't even need to decrypt the flow to achieve this, assuring the very best user experience. With Cisco DNA Center and SD Access, Catalyst 9000 switches operate as part of one fabric. This delivers faster, more secure network access, and which we'll look at in more detail in a later video. In the meantime, just consider no more cutting and pasting and tweaking switch by switch. Create once and apply network-wide using cross-domain policy enforcement and automation. By automating mundane day-to-day provisioning and maintenance operations, we reduce errors, improve network uptime, and dramatically reduce operational cost. Remember, you can make network policy changes and configurations once, and then automatically program them everywhere. This makes the network simpler, and with simplicity, less risky. You use open APIs to integrate layer 4 through 7 services, and you can even use state-of-the-art third-party applications, securely hosted in Docker containers for maximum flexibility to deliver new business capabilities. Okay, so there we have it, a brief overview of the Catalyst 9000 family of enterprise-class switches. As you can see, their real power comes from the architecture, it's in their DNA. In the next video in this series, we continue our look at the DNA infrastructure with the Catalyst series of wireless access points and controllers. Thanks again for watching.